Then, good morning from me again as well. I'm Justus. I'm happy to pitch you our project Datash, which we have been working on since last year, and are looking to intensify the project and go full time. So Datash is a Frankfurt-based one-stop shop for NFT data analytics and data extraction, displayed in an interactive dashboard and NFT portfolio overview. So we're trying to strip out most of the complexity by supplying a codeless solution that is completely based on graphical input, and you can customize your own dashboards and keep track of all the NFT collections or even your own project that you want to. Our team includes an experience in software development and various IT consulting, and we also have a functional alpha version that is already live and is being tested. Our mission is to make NFT analytics simple and accessible for individuals and brands. And also our vision is to enable data-driven business decisions for future products in the NFT space. So we're going to dive into the market later on, but obviously a lot of cases haven't even been developed that could use NFT technology, right? So the team consists of Andreas Wissel and myself. We both have a background in software development, having started out both our careers there, and then myself continued into IT consulting, having joined KPMG doing data analytics, and later on joining the Frankfurt School Blockchain Center, intensifying my interest in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. And that also laid the foundation for the idea of Datash, where it all grew. For Andreas, he basically continued the route of software development and IT consulting all the way through until he joined the project as well. And we also have a advisor, which is Christian Flassow, who's just in an advisory role in that project. So what are we actually trying to solve? Where's the problem? First of all, easily analyzing aggregated data for NFT contracts can be complicated, and most solutions that do enable you to analyze some aspects of it aren't focused around creators. And obviously, in my opinion, the whole creator scene is going to be the most important one because they need to track their projects, just like we've seen in Web 2 with social media. Companies are looking, where are we going to hit our marketing funnel? What are the relevant channels? And I see a future where we're just seeing the same exact thing on Web3. And also there is no solution to build NFT contracts in a guided and visual manner that is also including utility. So there is contract builders around, but they're mainly focused on digital art and are not really utilizing the aspects of NFTs that can be around authenticity, ownership, and all that. And last but not least, companies in the traditional world that might have a already running business case are struggling to migrate their business on Web3 by using NFTs. So our solution is to extract on and off-chain data into a database, decode and transform it into a standardized format. So we don't really care where the data is coming from. We're just putting it in that universal data format, which is also making it comparable between chains and marketplaces. Then the data can be consumed in our dashboard and can be analyzed. And further on, we will also integrate with our other modules within the Datash SaaS platform to make data actionable. So the whole value chain essentially is extracting data from NFT marketplaces and blockchains, which is going into our database, which in itself is going to be interesting, just having the data, then providing analytics, and in turn creating value for our customers. So our key features are being a one-stop shop for NFTs. So we're trying to focus just on NFTs, but everything NFTs. As mentioned before, we are going to, or we already have multiple blockchain platforms in our data source. We have an easy-to-use codeless interface and a robust and universal data lakehouse. In the future, we're going to look into minting service and consulting, so supporting businesses trying to migrate to Web3. Having the business insights module and especially gaming, in my opinion, is a very up-and-coming sector in the NFT space that is hardly overlooked. So to put that in a little graphic, the gray area is going to be future features, but we can already do our data API and provide a financial KPI dashboard or custom analysis for analyzing and trading. And I've also brought a few screenshots and short clips of our working alpha version. So here you can see the overview dashboard for our flow chain analysis. And we also showcased a little bit our custom query builder. So with that, you can completely customize your queries. No strings attached. You can analyze whatever you feel like, even change the chart type, and then add the whole graphic to your custom dashboard, and yeah, just creating your own analysis. Oops. So for our less technical users that are not too much into data analysis, we also have a wizard. So depending on the track you're coming from, whether it be trading, content creation, or a brand, you're going to be guided to sensible analysis as well. And our second data source that we have implemented right now is OpenSea. So with our OpenSea analysis, you can check out collections, check for rarity, snipe an item, check for trading history, and all that kind of stuff. So why do we think this is relevant? The market, just recently, McKinsey published a report estimating up to 4 or 5 trillion US dollars market within the metaverse. So that number alone is a pretty hefty number. And we also see 2 million traders on OpenSea. Obviously, the whole NFT digital art trading volume went down around April and March pretty hard. Which also leads me to the next point, that use cases beyond apes is where the real magic lies. So I think we only scratched the surface with digital art. But topics like identification, authenticity, ownership, and especially gaming are up and coming and will dominate the NFT space in 2 to 3 years, in my opinion. So from a technological standpoint, it's a pretty straightforward setup. It's extracting the data from our various APIs. So right now that's Flowchain and OpenSea, but we can attach any data source that we want pretty much because we have that whole model already set up. Then we're utilizing AWS for several cloud services, easy to use and database, and store all that data in our Postgres data lake, which then is serving via our own Node.js API, our app in the front end. The idea is that, yes.
Thank you for your presentation. I'll just give you 30 seconds to wrap up, and then we'll just proceed to Q&A. Thank you.
Okay, let me just quickly jump to the last 2 slides. So our business model is going to be a subscription model with pricing ranging from individual to commercial plans, and especially targeting the B2B, and help create a market by assisting projects with their NFT business models. And our roadmap is going to increase the reach within NFT communities and commercial parties looking to get into the space. We're looking for seed funding in Q4 this year, and we're trying to extend our team once funding is secured. Thank you for your attention, and I'm open for questions.
Perfect. Justus, thank you very much. Really exciting area that you chose, and super fast growing market with a lot of intransparencies involved. So definitely love the topic and the market you chose. For me, one question that I would have is how would you like tackle the go-to-market? So where do you start approaching the first customers to gain traction?
Yeah, so the idea is, I mean, it's a little tricky because the market right now is mainly focused around digital art, and all the trading is happening there. And there isn't much enterprise use cases. So the idea is to tackle the market by supplying analysis for individuals and traders, and just get ourselves out there, and then try and create the market with partners that are probably already having a running business case and want to merge that on Web3. And we've had several talks of companies that are doing exactly that, or are looking to do exactly that.
Thanks.
Maybe from my side, what I would find interesting is how does the competitive landscape look like? Because on first glance, it would seem to me there must be like a variety of companies who are already active in this business, but they're all covering like a little bit different use cases or different approaches. So who comes closest to what you're trying to build at the moment? And maybe as a follow-up, what are like the top one or top two features, if you would have to prioritize, that you're building that you think make the difference?
Right. Yeah, I was taking a little too long, so I skipped the competition slide. So the main competition, I would say, is Nansen, Dune, and DebRadar. Dune, the problem that I see with Dune, I'm a technical guy, and they require you to write SQL or use community-based dashboards. So what you see is that the community-based dashboards lack in quality, or they're very customized to one person because they built the dashboard, they understand it, but someone else might not be. And with Nansen, you have very limited capabilities. So you don't have custom analysis, and yeah, you're kind of limited in what you can actually analyze. And the second part of the question was which feature I would prioritize, which I'm super excited about, right?
Yes, maybe also in regards to defensibility. So, you know, looking at companies who have like $50, $100 million plus funding already, and they have a lot of firepower in store. So yeah, in regards to that with features,
yeah, I would say the most important feature is providing analysis for existing use cases. So a lot of projects that are looking into merging onto NFTs, they're usually around authenticity or ownership. And those two use cases, especially ownership, there's a bunch of use cases that all are going to imply their own secondary market. And once you have a secondary market, analysis is interesting. So the idea would be to mainly focus on companies and helping them move to NFTs, and then partner up with them, supplying them with analysis and integrating that with their product or service or marketplace.
Do we still have time for one more question?
Yeah, go for it.
Since the data is publicly available, you might hear people saying, okay, why should I pay for a product that just uses open data? How would you counter that argument?
Well, I would counter most of information is public, but just having the information, I mean, the whole blockchain is public, but can you analyze and aggregate data for an NFT easily? So, I mean, there's a lot of transformation, and I mean, obviously everything in IT can be copied with enough money and effort, but yeah, it would take definitely some time and building whole infrastructure. I mean, we've put plenty of time in that from end of last year. So yeah, I mean, obviously everything can be copied in IT, but it wouldn't be that easy.
Maybe one more from my side, like who are you like mostly talking to, or who have you been talking to the last 6 months? So also regarding Sandro's question regarding go-to-market, when you make it more concrete for users, like did you have like a list of users you're already in talks with? Based on their feedback, you also iterate the features that you're building at the moment, and who would these users be? Like if you would have to put them into a segment.
So our alpha testing is from various industries, and we actually looked out for that. So we have people from the financial space, we have people within the blockchain space, we have active NFT traders, and yeah, we're iterating our product based on their feedback.